Hey everyone, today we're diving into the Archero 2 character tier list, and wow, the roster has grown so much since launch. The meta has shifted big time, and now characters like Thor and Demon King Atreus are leading the charge. What makes them really special isn't just their stats, it's how they completely change the way you play. Otter and Dracula are still absolute beasts, especially if you're free to play, and Serif is perfect for those PvE skill building runs, letting you stack powerful skill combos faster than anyone else. On the flip side, we've got characters like Alex, Nyanja, and Helix, who feel a bit more niche. Out of those three, Helix actually stands out for PvP thanks to some solid DPS buffs. But don't worry, we'll go through every single character, including the newer additions, and break down what makes them worth picking or skipping. So sit tight, because whether you're a new player or a seasoned hero, there's a lot to unpack in Archero 2 today. I'm quickly moving on to the video, and I'm ranking characters in Archero 2. Before we start, if you enjoy these types of list videos, don't forget to like the video and subscribe. Enjoy watching.
My friends, only 0.1% of viewers subscribe. If you like this type of content, please do not forget to subscribe to the channel. Thank you in advance for your support.
The characters in this tier are, in order from top left to bottom right, Alex, Nyanja, and Helix. Ever had that feeling when you open a character card and think, this could be interesting, but then, yeah, not so much? That's Alex in a nutshell. At level 1, he boosts red heart drops, which is cute, but let's be honest, it's not gonna set the world on fire. Level 2 gives you a 10% increase in attack speed for 10 seconds after a critical hit. Level 3 bumps up in-game experience gain by 10%, and then, brace yourselves, level 4 guarantees a critical hit on your next attack after taking damage. That level 4 passive is so absurdly strong it's basically cheating. The catch? Alex is virtually useless until you grind him all the way to max level. In player versus environment battles, he's pretty much a bench warmer, which is frustrating if you like instant gratification. But once he's maxed, oh boy, in player versus player battles, Alex transforms into a tiny wrecking machine. You'll be hitting like a storm, crit after crit, and your opponents won't know what hit them. It's a slow burn, but trust me, the payoff is glorious. Now, let's slide over to Nyanja, the wind-blowing wonder. At level 1, Nyanja increases movement speed by 10% and periodically releases Swift Wind, which pushes away and damages enemies. That already makes him a solid choice for beginners trying to survive in player versus environment battles. He feels fast, agile, and kind of fun to control, which is a breath of fresh air if you're tired of slow, tanky characters. By level 2, Swift Wind's range increases and its damage doubles, which is actually pretty satisfying. Then, at level 3, Swift Wind triggers explosions on contact with monsters, adding a nice chaos effect to your attacks. Finally, level 4 significantly reduces the Swift Wind cycle, meaning you get your pushy, explosive gusts more often. If you're just starting out, Nyanja makes the game feel breezy, literally. But, and this is a big but, Nyanja falls off hard compared to other characters later on. Once you have everything maxed, he's easily the weakest character in the game, so he's perfect for beginners or casual runs, but if you're chasing late game power, you'll probably leave him in the dust. Still, for a few rounds of fun chaos, he's surprisingly charming. Alright, now let's talk about Helix, the high risk, high reward powerhouse. His level 1 ability is perfect for those I'm low on health but I'm still dangerous vibes. It increases attack by up to 20% the lower your health gets. Level 2 ramps up attack speed by 20% for 5 seconds after taking damage, and level 3 boosts attack by 20% for 10 seconds after taking damage. Basically, Helix loves it when you're hurting. Level 4 just cranks the intensity up even more, increasing attack speed by 20% when your health is below 50%. If you like the thrill of fighting on the edge and punishing enemies while barely surviving, Helix is your buddy. He's excellent in player versus player battles at virtually all stages because his scaling with low health keeps fights unpredictable and dangerous. Of course, no character is perfect. Helix is terrible for player versus environment battles. You'll be hitting like a champ, but his kit doesn't help much against hordes of monsters in dungeons. And while Helix is strong in player versus player, Alex still edges him out if both are maxed. So, pick your battles wisely, literally. So, to sum it up mid-video, Alex is the late game player versus player king, Nyanja is your beginner-friendly breezy character, and Helix is the thrilling high-risk fighter for almost any player versus player match. Each has a unique vibe, a grind, and a payoff. It's all about knowing when to roll with them, when to bench them, and when to unleash them into the arena for maximum chaos. The characters in this tier are, in order from top left to bottom right, Serif. You know that character that just makes life feel a little easier, a little luckier, and a lot more fun. That's Serif. From the get-go, at level 1, she gives you a 50% chance to encounter the Valkyrie right at the start. Imagine walking into a dungeon and suddenly having a mini angel cheering you on. Yeah, that's Serif in action. It already makes your runs feel a bit more magical, like you're being rewarded for just showing up. Level 2 and beyond just keeps stacking the goodness. When you pick healing during an encounter with the angel, there's a chance to get another skill, giving you a sweet little boost without breaking a sweat. Level 3 helps make those risky devil packs less scary by giving you a chance that your maximum health won't drop. And level 4, it makes getting higher grade abilities when acquiring new skills easier, which basically means OP skill combos are coming at you faster than you can say critical hit. Now, here's the thing, you don't want to take Serif into player versus player battles. She's almost useless there, which is kind of like bringing a gourmet chef to a fast food cook-off. But in player versus environment, she's a dream. The extra skills, the Valkyrie encounters, the safer devil packs, they all combine to make her one of the best choices for anyone grinding dungeons or chasing those top tier abilities. Basically, if PvE is your jam, Serif is your angelic best friend. The characters in this tier are, in order from top left to bottom right, Thor, Demon King Atreus, Dracula, and Otter. Let's start with Thor, the guy who basically screams, "I'll handle the hits while you just dodge, thanks." At level 1, his weapon detaches automatically and attacks enemies on its own. I mean, imagine that. Your weapon going rogue while you focus entirely on dodging bullets. Pure bliss. Then it gets even crazier. At level 2, Thor's detached weapon can summon a hammer and stun nearby enemies. That's right, you're not just hitting, you're crowd controlling like a pro without lifting a finger. And level 3, every attack generates lightning that chains to nearby enemies. Level 4 takes it even further by increasing the number of lightning projectiles per attack. It's basically a storm waiting to happen. Thor is currently the best overall character in Archero 2, hands down. His detached weapon lets you dish full damage while staying safe, and the lightning chains make crowd control a dream across all wave types. Plus, he meshes well with pretty much any build, combo, blast, closer range, you name it. The only downside, he requires some serious investment to unlock those insane passives, and in player versus player battles, he's a bit weaker than Otter and Demon King Atreus. Speaking of Demon King Atreus, this guy is pure survivability wrapped in a stylish dark aura. Level 1 gives him an energy shield at the start of each run that absorbs incoming damage, basically a don't touch me bubble. Level 2 turns that shield into a damage booster for elemental attacks, and level 3 adds a critical damage boost while the shield is active. Level 4 is the cherry on top. Dark orbs orbit the character and deal continuous damage to nearby enemies. If you love playing tanky but still want insane damage output, Atreus is your dream come true. He's fantastic for extended boss fights, especially if you're rocking a blast build. Pair him with the Dragoon set, and PvE bosses won't know what hit them. The only real catch? Atreus is only available during limited time events and demands a ton of resources to fully unlock and star up. So, if you get the chance, consider him a treasure. Miss it, and well, you'll just have to cry a little in the corner. Now, let's talk Dracula, the life-stealing menace. Level 1 gives him a chance to absorb enemy health during attacks, which is clutch if you're dodging like a potato. Level 2 is brilliant too. Any excess healing gets converted into damage on the next attack. Talk about turning mistakes into victories. Level 3 cranks up movement speed by 20% when HP is over 50%, and level 4 boosts attack by 40% at full health. Basically, staying alive and healthy means you hit like a truck. Dracula is excellent in both player versus player and player versus environment, making him versatile. The downside, he's not necessarily best in slot for anything, but his reliability is hard to beat. Then we've got Otter, the overall powerhouse and the one everyone secretly envies. Level 1 lets him land critical hits more easily on high health enemies, which is perfect for chunking bosses. Level 2 is spicy too. After taking damage, his critical hit rate jumps by 40% for 5 seconds. It's basically a revenge mode button. Level 3 lets critical hits instantly kill minions below 30% health, and level 4 scales critical hit rate with distance, giving up to 15% extra at longer ranges. Otter is just nuts. He's the overall best character in the game, providing incredible DPS and passive buffs in both PV and PvP. That said, in max player versus player matchups, Alex still edges him out. So, mid-video takeaway, Thor is your stormy crowd control wizard, Demon King, Atreus is the ultimate boss fighting tank, Dracula is the life-stealing all-rounder, and Otter, well, Otter is basically a walking DPS nightmare. Each of these S-tier characters brings insane power to the table, but your choice depends on whether you're grinding PvE, battling other players, or just having fun seeing chaos unfold. The video ends here. See you in another video. Don't forget to subscribe.